Hey, happy Sunday, Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Yesterday I came on here and I didn't have a ton of time. I really don't have a ton of time today either, but I know you guys love these weekly recaps. So I'm going to trade a couple more days or show you guys a recap of a couple more days here with using the Maverick indicators. So yesterday we went over Monday's trade, this previous Monday's trade, and our goal was to make $750. We obviously blew it out of the water. This trade, easily made $1,200. And what we're doing is we were going completely off our Maverick radar. Do we have an A+ setup or not? And the Maverick radar does all the heavy lifting for you to let you know, hey, you might want to look at your charts. You have an A+ setup or a B setup or no setup. So what I promised you guys is I'd make a little bit of time, jump on here and show you a couple more days because I only had time to show you. Normally I show you Monday through Friday and we go through every single day and we make a pretty long video. As you guys know, we're gearing up to release the Maverick radar on NinjaTrader. All of our indicators are available on NinjaTrader and TradingView. The Maverick radar, whoever owns it now, it's out now on TradingView, will also get it for free on NinjaTrader. If you own it now. So if you don't own it and you want it for free on NinjaTrader as well, you better get to it. So come check us out, MaverickIndicators.com. Okay, so yesterday we showed how we just had clear vision and pretty easily, I hate that phrase in trading. It was easy, but pretty easily we got up to $1,200 pretty darn quick by just following the A+ setup on the Maverick radar and taking a trade then. So just to refresh your memory on what we are going to do, kind of our trading rules. All right, here were the kind of the parameters I laid out for here. We're going to continue to trade ES because that's what we traded yesterday. I haven't changed the chart. We're going to do the same time frame, the same indicator settings, everything like that. We're doing 2 contracts. The time that we're trading is the open. And then, like I covered yesterday, hey, our take profit is going to be $750. Our stop loss is going to be $750. And that is not how profitable traders trade. And there's a reason for that, because if you lose 2 days in a row, you wipe out some serious profit. So, but like I always say in these videos, I try and look for a way to kind of tie one arm behind our back. Really say, hey, let's really stack the odds against, I guess is a better way to say it. Let's stack a little bit more odds against these indicators and see how they do. And we're going to be looking for an A+ setup, either to the upside or an A+ setup to the downside from our Maverick radar indicator. All right. So let's look at, let's just do 2 more random days. We did Monday yesterday. And we absolutely crushed it. So let's do Wednesday and Friday because I don't have enough time to do every single day, but let's do Wednesday and Friday. And that seems like a decent selection there. All right. So here's Wednesday. What did I say? We're going to do Wednesday and Friday, I think. Okay. So Wednesday, let's get to it. So first things first, we're only going to take a trade again if we get an A+ setup to the downside or an A+ setup to the upside on our Maverick radar. Indicator settings and all that stuff I mentioned in the last video. So folks, if you already own the radar, if you already own the Maverick AI Pro and stuff, just go back to the last video. I cover all those settings in there. Very, very easy to do. This is part 2 anyway of the video, so go back and watch yesterday's video. And real quick, for those of you who are new, I'll give you a quick lay of the land. I'll try and do it in 2 minutes or less. First things first, you have the Maverick AI Pro. It colors your candles to the data, not to price and direction. Here, you had strong data to the upside, strong data to the upside. Here, strong data to the downside. Now, this is right before the market opens, so take that for what it is. Not many people are trading at 9:28 a.m. But right here, bright green candles. We have a saying: if you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green is your strongest upside candle. Hot pink is your strongest downside candle. The second thing is the Maverick guide, this blue line. When price is below the blue line, we like to go short. When price is above the blue line, we like to go long. When price is below the blue line, we like to go short. When price is above the blue line, we like to go long. Pretty simple, right? Next thing is the Maverick trender. When this line is pegged to the top, we call these flat tops, it is showing massive strength and momentum to the upside if it's green, to the downside if it's red. And this line can only be at the top or the bottom, way less fake outs that way. All right. Last thing, Maverick Multi-X. 5 traders, think of these algorithms as traders, 5 traders across 6 time frames are casting a vote if they're bearish or bullish every single tick. Okay, so every single tick, trader 1 is voting, am I bearish or bullish on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5, 10, and 15. You can set these time frames for whatever you want. You can add a 7th time frame, and you can put this chart anywhere you want. All right, so what are the odds that if all 5 traders are voting bearish or bullish, that we're going to go the opposite direction, right? They all have a completely different style and they're casting their vote every single tick. And then finally, our Maverick radar. This is the guy that we're going to be looking at. Do we have a no setup, a B setup, or an A setup? Okay, so we want an A plus setup to the upside or the downside. And what our Maverick radar is doing is it's going through our checklist of everything we look for to take a trade. And then it's grading that potential setup and we wait for A plus setups. All right, so without further ado, we're looking to make $750 on each one of these trades, okay? So let's go through. I'm gonna go bar by bar or candle by candle. Here we go. So market is about to open. Here's your opening candle. Boom. That's why I never get in an opening candle. Okay, that's insane. Gray is indecision or reversal. Gray is indecision or reversal. All right, so here we go. Bum-ba-da-bum. We're going to keep going here. We do not have an, keep your eye right here. We do not have an A plus setup yet. All right. So let me just point out something real quick. A lot of folks say, hey, how do I know when to stay out of chop? Well, if you have gray candles, that's indecision or reversal. Right now, you're in indecision mode. You'll never get a B setup or an A setup with gray candles. You just never will. It's in the formula. So gray candles, we sit on our hands, all right? All right, what a choppy open. Look at this open so far. Choppy, choppy open. All right, so now you got a B setup to the upside, but I want an A setup to either direction, okay? All right, so now it's pushing down. Hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. I love seeing that. All 5 traders are voting bearish across at least the first 4 time frames. Maverick trender is pegged to the top. That's pretty cool. All right, so we got a B set up to the downside. So now our ears are up, right? Now we're like, oh, okay, we have a B set up to the downside. That's interesting. Maybe we're setting something up. All right, so still a B setup on this candle, coming back up a little bit, okay? Still below the Maverick guide. Remember, we like to go long when price is above the Maverick guide, short when price is below it. All right, so we still have a B setup. We are waiting for our A setup. See here, down confidence arrow. Look at all these down confidence arrows. If I had to bet, I would say I would think we'd start to head in a down direction, but let's see what it gives us. Okay, A setup. Here we go. I'm selling here. Take profit. We want to make $750. Stop loss. We want to not lose any money. But we definitely don't want to lose $750. Okay, this is a 1-to-1. All right. Here we go, A setup. Let's see, which one are we gonna, we wanna touch the green line. For anybody who's new here, we wanna touch this green line before we touch this orange line. Now that's the goal, all right? So here we go, we're taking a little heat here, a little bit, 125 bucks in heat. Now it's pushing back down, you're back to your A plus setup, down confidence arrow. All 5 traders are voting bearish. Your Maverick trender is red and a downtrend label. Okay, beautiful. All right, Oh, coming back up a little bit. We're still positive though. Remember, these are 30-second candles. So, and if you're not sure why I'm using 30-second candles, go back to yesterday's video. I explained why. It's just for my entries here. I don't trade a 30-second candle. It's just because we're going candle by candle. And I can't get into the middle of a candle because we're just going, yeah, we're just playing candle by candle. This isn't like real time, or we'd be here for a long time on this video. All right. Boom, there you go. There is your probably more than 750. I think it was somewhere around here, but nobody gets the bottom, right? So boom, 750. So Monday, if you want to go back and watch yesterday's video, we hit our 750. We actually did like 1,200 bucks. Now this is Wednesday. Let's look at one more day. Let's look at Friday. Remember, I barely trade Fridays. I know a lot of profitable traders that haven't traded a Friday in years. But we're gonna, again, I like stacking the odds against these indicators. Let's go trade Friday. All right, here's Friday. Here we go. This is just this past Friday. So Monday we won, Wednesday we won. On our quest to make 750 off the open, we're only using 2 contracts here. We have no grade going into the open. We have no grade. We don't even have a B grade going into the open. And here is your first candle. Here we go. Boom. All right. Heading up. Oh, look at that. Very interesting. Okay. So we are just waiting for an A setup. So you want to keep your eyes right here. We are waiting for our A setup to the upside or our A setup to the downside. And Fridays are so wacky. Like, we just gotta, be careful here. All right, so we have a hot pink candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames, but your Maverick trender hasn't fired off yet. Okay, that's the only thing keeping you from an A setup. But quite frankly, you got to break this level here. I don't care what kind of setup you got. Look at this level. I mean, you've kind of been on this thing, right? So we got to break that level. Let me get rid of these lines. Get rid of this line, but really we're just blindly taking, although I would never just blindly take an A+ setup to the downside. You got to know your price action, but that's just what we're doing in this exercise, okay? All right, so tiny bit of movement. Some would say this is almost like a doji candle, but it's pink. And you have an A setup to the downside. Maverick trender's firing, and some folks would say, but you barely moved on this candle. Which is kind of true. I mean, look at this candle. But something in the data is triggering it to an A setup to the downside. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames, but you still haven't broken this support level. But the rules are the rules. We're going to take this trade. We're going to go 750. Here we go. Profit, 750 stop loss. Okay. Again, we want to hit this green line before we hit this orange line, right? All right. So A+ setup to the downside, hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames, and your Maverick trender is firing to the downside. So let's see how we do here. All right, so we're taking some heat. We're taking some heat right here, 275. Now we are in 2 contracts. So that's only $137 or something per contract. All right, that we're taking heat on. Oh, all right, there you go. Boom. Man, where was our take profit? I think it was up here. So you made way more than 750. I should have marked that off. But I mean, we pushed way past our profit target. Now, nobody gets the full move, okay? So, but pretty cool to see that you absolutely smashed your take profit, okay? So Monday, check. 750, we actually did 1,200 bucks on that one candle. Wednesday, check. Friday, which is like the scariest day of all, this was probably one of the easiest days of all. It didn't take us long to get there at all. We had an A+ setup. We got in like 3 candles later. Boom. We blew past our profit target. So folks, this is clear vision. Getting an A setup, knowing when to get out. Maybe you get out on a B setup. Maybe you get out when you lose your setup grade, whatever it is. This is clear vision. This is edge. Knowing the strength and direction of your candles, almost like a heat map. Okay, having something like this, and I truly mean it when I say this is the ultimate trading assistant that's going to serve you up a grade so you can double check your eyes. How many times have you gotten into a trade? You're like positive. Yeah, this is it. This is the trade. I'm going to double down. I'm going to double my contract size. Like this is, you had so much conviction that this thing was going to go in the direction that you thought. You get into the trade, you get stopped out, you lose money, you look back on the trade and you think, what the heck was I seeing? Like, did my charts get messed up? Because like, I swear this thing was going to fly up, or I swear this thing was going to fly down. And then when you go back to it, you're like, what was I thinking? Because emotions come in, you get biases, all these different things, and we see what we want to see sometimes. Let the Maverick Radar be your checklist to tell you, do you truly have an A setup? Do you truly have a B setup? Is there even a setup here? Let this be your eyes and your ears and your double checking kind of what you think you're seeing and what you're about to get yourself into. This could save you a lot of pain and heartache, right? But again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Nothing is ever guaranteed. There's no silver bullets in the market. There's nothing that works 1000% of the time, right? But boy, we sure do love these trading tools. I mean, we are just having so much fun. And by the way, again, my favorite part of the day is getting emails from you guys, passing evals, getting a payout, just like for the first time seeing clear charts. And even if you're just paper trading, going like, wow, this is the first time I'm finding success. And I've been trading for 10 years and I've gone through all these courses. And I mean, I'm on day 2 of the Maverick Indicators and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like just somebody gave me glasses and I didn't even know I needed glasses. And now I have clear vision. And it's just so exciting. Those are the emails that make our day. Those are the emails that are like, man, all this hard work into this one indicator, like changed someone's life. Like that's unbelievable. So again, no guarantees in the market, but boy, we sure do love these trading tools. If you want clear vision on your charts, if you want edge in the market, I truly believe this is edge in the market. And I think this is a revolutionary game-changing tool, the Maverick Radar. And by the way, if you own this right now on TradingView, it comes in the Ultimate Edge bundle. You will get it for free this week on NinjaTrader as well. Okay, so if you don't have this, come check us out. Our website is MaverickIndicators.com. Do your own research, not financial advice. Come read what our traders are saying. We would love, love, love to have a hand in helping you crush it in 2026. But again, check it out for yourself. See if it speaks to you. And if you have any questions, we have 7-day-a-week support. All right, so come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com. And let's crush it this week. All right, guys, have a great weekend. MaverickIndicators.com.